Hello from Freedomtax Accounting. We are an accounting firm here in Florida where we have been providing quality tax and accounting services now for over 20 years. And today we wanted to make a quick video answering two of the most common questions we get from our clients here in the accounting firm. Most of our clients have been asking us that are they personally liable for their EIDL loan that their business got? And does it affect their personal credit score? So since these two questions are very related, we thought it was a good idea to answer both questions in this video. Now today is August 19th, and the importance of the recording date of this video is that these programs have been changing constantly. So there may be things that we discuss in this video today that may change in the future. So that's the importance of subscribing to our channel, where we are doing our best to bring you the latest accurate and correct information relating to these EIDL loan program. Okay, now before we continue, remember that this video is intended for educational purposes and should not be taken as legal or tax advice. You should consult with your financial professional about your unique financial situation before acting on anything discussed in this video. Freedomtax Accounting or its members cannot be held liable for any use or misuse of this content. Now, based for the credit score, how does it affect the EIDL, and how does the EIDL affect your credit score and your liability? We first have to look, what does the SBA Standard actually say? So if we look at the SBA Standard, this is what it says word by word. It says, according to SBA Standard Operating Procedure 5057, in accordance with the Debt Collection Improvement Act of 1996, lenders are required to report information to the appropriate credit reporting agencies whenever they extend credit via an SBA loan. So yes, what this is saying is that if you default or you start being late on your EIDL loan payments, the SBA, in this case the federal government is the lender, they will report to your credit, and it may affect, and it will affect your credit score. Now before we continue, there's an important concept that we need to understand before we move on, okay? And the concept is who is liable or who is responsible to pay back the loan. If we know that answer, that will help us understand if I am liable or will the EIDL affect my credit, okay? So you have to ask yourself, is the business liable? Because I applied through a business, so is the business liable or responsible? Or is the business owner or myself as a self-employed individual, am I liable for or responsible for the loan? The answer to that question, the entity or person responsible or liable is the one who will get the credit affected. Okay. Now there are two things that will determine if the EIDL loan will affect your credit, and it will decide if you're liable or not. The first thing is how you applied for the EIDL loan. The second thing is the amount of loan you received. Okay, let's go to the first one. The first thing that affects if the credit score is affected by EIDL is how you applied. You can apply either two ways. You may have applied for the EIDL loan via a legal business entity. So if you applied for the loan via your Inc., your corporation, your LLC, your LLP, your nonprofit, that's one way you could have applied for the loan. Another way you could have applied for the EIDL loan is by yourself as a sole proprietor, independent contractor, or self-employed. So depending on how you applied, there's a difference on how the liability and the responsibility comes upon you as the business owner, okay? So if you applied via a legal business entity, meaning an Inc., a Corp., LLC, LLP, or nonprofit, that means you applied for the EIDL loan with your business EIN number, not your social security number, okay? In this case, the business is responsible. The owners are not responsible because the business is the borrower and the business is the one who got the loan. So the business owners are protected to a degree. There's no 100% protection, and we will discuss that later in this video. But also note that business owner liability varies from state to state. Actually, one of the main reasons people do business under a legal business entity is to protect the assets of the owner. But those rules of protection vary from state to state. So you should consult with an attorney in your state on how the EIDL loan affects your personal liability. Okay? Now, if you applied for the EIDL loan as a sole proprietor, independent contractor, or self-employed, that means that most likely you applied to the loan using your social security number, or self-employed also can apply via an EIN, but even though if you're self-employed and have an EIN, the responsibility is still under you. So you as the person are responsible. So in that case, your liability is unlimited because there's no legal business between you and the SBA. So all the responsibility falls on you as the self-employed or independent contractor, okay? The second factor that will determine if the credit score is affected or if you are liable is the amount of loan you received. Now, under the CARES Act, no personal guarantee is required for EIDL loans under $200,000. Now, you may ask yourself, but wasn't the cap $150,000? Yes. As of now, the cap is $150,000, but at the very beginning of this program, if you applied very early in April, there are some businesses that got higher EIDL loans. The SBA changed it later to a cap of $150,000, but there are some businesses that did get a higher EIDL loan amount. So if you're one of those businesses, you have to have a personal guarantee on the loan. Now, a personal guarantee is not the same as the collateral that is required when EIDL loans are over $25,000. So collateral and personal guarantee are two separate things. So for EIDL loans that are over $200,000, that will require both a personal guarantee and collateral. So if your EIDL is over $200,000 now, right, or in the future, because in the future they may eliminate the cap of the $150,000 and you may be able to get a higher EIDL loan, just know that if your EIDL loan is over $200,000, the owners are personally responsible, even if the loan was taken under the legal business entity. Okay? Now, applying under a business legal entity does not mean 100% protection to the owners. There is a legal concept called the piercing of the corporate veil. Okay? In certain circumstances, the court will overlook the legal protection your legal business entity provides and hold the owners responsible for the business EIDL loan. So these piercing of the corporate veil varies from state to state, but there are certain circumstances. For example, if the court determines that your business has been commingling funds, they did not follow proper tax filing, bad record keeping, fraud, or other illegal activities, it doesn't matter that you have a business, the court may rule in favor of the SBA and hold you personally liable. But once again, this varies from state to state. So if this is your case, you should consult with a corporate attorney in your state. Okay? Now, to answer the question, will the EIDL loan affect my personal credit score? The answer is yes, and it may affect your credit score. So why do we say it may affect your credit score and we cannot give you a concrete answer of a yes? Well, it's because we are living in unprecedented times and circumstances. The things we are going through today as business owners has never happened before. There is a large probability that many of these EIDL loans will default in the future. There's a high chance that this may happen. So the government may have to address all these loans that have gone into default in the future. So there's a high probability that the government will have to provide some kind of forgiveness to the majority of these EIDL loans. So if things continue the way they're going, once again, the government may see that a lot of these loans are in default because most of the small businesses are not able to pay back the loan, and the government may have to provide help to the economy and provide some kind of forgiveness to the loan. So that's our opinion, and by no means we are saying that you not pay back your EIDL loan. Follow the rules. If you need to pay it back, pay it back. Pay your monthly payments. We're just saying that that's something that may happen, and if that happens, that there may be a chance that the EIDL may not affect your credit and that you may not be personally liable. But as the rules stand today, yes, if you do miss payments, the EIDL loan will affect your credit, and you are personally liable depending on your business entity and the amount you received. Okay? Now, thank you. We hope this information has been of value to you. If you think other business owners can take advantage of this information, like and share our video. Also, subscribe to our channel so you keep informed with the latest information regarding the SBA loans. Remember that we are praying for you. We are praying for your family. We're praying for your business, that God protect you and keep you safe during this pandemic. This is our contact information. If you have any tax accounting needs, even though we are in Florida, we are authorized by the federal government to provide our services to individuals and businesses in all 50 U.S. states. Also, if you like a consultation regarding these loans, we have lowered our consultation rate in order to help more small business owners. If you do not know us, we are part of Freedom Group. We are a group of 4 companies where we have a tax accounting firm, an immigration service company, a real estate business, and an insurance and financial planning company, so we can help you in many, many ways. Once again, this is our contact information. Like, share this video, subscribe to our channel, and once again, thank you for watching. God bless you. Have a nice day.